Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a first time watcher, glad to have you here. If you're a returning favorite, welcome back. So today I have all 6 of the new Country Candle 100% soy wax fragrances that are going to be launching this coming Monday, 27th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kringle was very kind enough to send these over for me to quickly review and give you guys my thoughts on it, given they're only 2 days away, or really 1 day away from the launch. So, quick housekeeping thing I want to talk about here real quick. Wednesday, March 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel, Mick Kittredge, the owner, founder, CEO of Kringle Candle, we're going to be doing another live chat. Now, we've done a handful of these over the past year and a half, last 2 years. They've been great. They've been wonderful. And we're going to be focusing on the decision behind moving Country Candle from paraffin wax to soy wax, and 100% soy wax. And we're talking all that. We're taking all of your questions. I mean, nothing's basically off limits with these chats. I mean, Mick's a very open book, gets into it. He doesn't hide behind anything. I encourage you, if you haven't seen any of these chats that I've done with him, go back on my channel, search under the live button, and they'll be there. Bring your questions, right? If you are not able to attend, there will be a replay available. Also, if you're unable to attend and you want to send in a question ahead of time, send it to me on my Instagram. Send me a DM through there, and we'll try to get it if it's not already asked. But yeah, so that'll probably go, do they get that? We'll probably go 45 minutes to an hour, I think we're going to allow for this. But yeah, so that is Wednesday, March 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the channel. I'll keep sending out reminders. But so let's get into it there. So again, these are launching Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Use code phillycandleman, saves you 15% off your whole purchase. Except for like gift cards and stuff like that. So, quick thing about the soy, it does have 40%, and like Mick will go into more of this in detail on our live, but the soy is able to get 40% more fragrance oil in it, because with paraffin, you're limited on what you can do. Soy can handle a lot more oil percentage in it before it gets funky and gummy and all that kind of stuff there. Let's see what else I want to say here real quick. I think, well, let's talk about this here real quick before, let's get this out of the way here. So you see this is a soy wax candle, 100% soy wax, colored, right, compared to the white soy wax, the natural colored soy wax of that. I think this is the one where you can see it the most on, maybe this one. So, see this? Right, there you go, right here. So you see all this? This is natural. There's nothing wrong with the candle. Basically, when you put the color dyes into the soy wax, it can create this kind of effect, similar to the different paraffin. It had that like molting effect. This is called blooming. So again, this is natural. This one's actually pretty good on top, but you kind of see also like this. This one's sweating a little bit, which is fine. That's strong. I did burn one of these real quick today because I wanted to get the feel for it before I could talk about them. You know, little air bubbles. Okay, so get the blooming thing out of the way. You are going to have to trim these wicks. These wicks are not the same that is in the Kringle candle line. They're still 100% cotton, but they're just different variations. So whereas with, this is Monomore that I've been burning. See this? You don't have to trim these wicks. I let one candle go for like 7 hours the other day. Don't do that. But I did. I was watching it. Don't do that though. And it got a good pull, and there was no sooting, no nothing, no wick drippings at all. It was insane. But these you don't have to. These you definitely are going to have to, because they do get the mushroom tops. This is obviously the one that I burned, so you can see all the oils in the soy wax just floating around up there. This one's strong. All right. Now I pushed everything out of my order here because I took notes. I had to take notes on all this stuff. Even with my scent notes descriptions, I took that. But all right, we'll go through them one by one here, and then we'll get a little bit more in depth. So this is blue raspberry. This is grapefruit and rosemary. That's out of the order. This is coconut and blueberry tart. This one's shocking. One I think a lot of folks are going to like, cookies and cream cake. Another one I think that people are going to really like, cosmic cupcakes. And last but not least, sweet peach. Let's get into the blue raspberry. So there we have blue raspberry, kind of like the little candy, little gummies with the little tartness on it there. So again, 100% soy wax, dyed wax. Okay. Like my dinosaur back there. Anyhow, so the scent notes in this one read, let's see, lime, citron, glazed raspberries, sweet strawberries for your top notes. And I'll put all these in the description below as well. Mid notes of sugared blueberries and spun cotton sugar. Dazzling, sugar, crystal woods, candied musk. So this one, it is a very lime forward raspberry scent, right? You get that very tartness of the lime and the sweet raspberry. I circled the cotton candy in here as well. It's not a pure cotton candy fragrance, but it does have a little bit of that spun sugar vibe going with the sweet tartness of the lime and the raspberries here. Now, this I think would go really well if you wanted to create like a boardwalk scene in your house, like a boardwalk vibe. Mix this with the saltwater taffy that's coming out in the Kringle Candle line. They would definitely play well with each other, I think. Because that's sweet and this is tart, so got a little sweet tartness going on. And if you wanted to go even a little further, even though I have a feeling the scent would be drowned out, Yankee Candle Cotton Candy, that's a returning favorite this year, and you're really going to have the whole thing. Or you can go with the Cotton Candy Clouds from the Kringle line, that's still paraffin. I believe we're going to, and we'll confirm this Wednesday night, but I think we're going to see the rolled out of country soy like we did with the Kringle soy. All right, next we're going to talk about coconut blueberry tart. This one, so here we have the blooming effect on it. Pure smooth soy wax there. This one is pleasant for me. You know, I'm not a gourmand lover, and let's face it, all these are pretty much gourmand fragrances. The Kringle Candle line has a little bit more variety, but for the most part, if you're a gourmand lover, Kringle or the Country Candle here. So this one says blueberry, plum, butter, orange, and peach for your top notes. And then coconut, cinnamon, jasmine, raspberry for your middle notes. Almond, vanilla, and caramel musk for the bottom notes here. I get the blueberry, the plum, and the peach up top, followed by the almond. So I'm not necessarily getting like the tart crust vibe on here. That's on the picture there. But I'm getting the blueberry, the plum, the almond in here. It's just a very sweet, pleasant gourmand. Definitely a summer candle. Definitely a summer candle. But last year they did a strawberry tart. I like this one better than the strawberry tart. That one was kind of a turnoff to me. This one I think is a lot more pleasant, a lot more friendly than the other one there. All right, cookies and cream is up next. Cookies and cream cake, sorry. Have it there. This lid's really tight. All right, got my notes on this one here too. Chocolate chip, creamy fudge, and whipped cream are the top notes. And then we've got mid notes of milk, vanilla, orchid, and praline. and then Tonka bean, vanilla, and musk. So what I wrote down for this one is it's definitely a cakey vibe, right? Like Cheesecake Factory. The chocolate chip, the whipped cream, and the milk is what I'm getting for this. It's not like 100% straight up Oreo, right? There's a little more depth to this with the milk added that makes this like a refrigerated cake, a cheesecake. But you have that cream, the milk and the whipped cream mixed with the chocolate up front, and it's a very decadent cake that you would get from like a Cheesecake Factory or your local, I don't know, supermarket out of the refrigerator section. So I have there for you. So these are, so far, these are all strong, right? There's not one in the country that I've had a hard time smelling. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. All right, next here, this is the one that I burned today, and oh my gosh. Cosmic Cupcakes. So as you can see, we'll go back to this one I burned. This is going to be popular. Candied lemon, orange juice, lime zest, and red berries are the top notes. Coconut milk, cocoa powder, buttery caramel are the mid notes. Sugar crystals, vanilla, buttercream frosting, bottom notes. Tell you what I get on this. I get Fruity Pebbles meets Fruit Loops meets like a lemon bar type deal. I had this going. It was so strong I actually had to open the windows. My wife was going crazy. And I was even in the room with the door closed. That's how insanely strong this thing was. But yeah, if you like the Fruity Pebbles, the Fruit Loop type fragrances, you'll like this. You know, like I said, lemon bar is in here. That might be like the first, but that lemon and that lime and then the raspberry just goes Fruity Pebbles cereal for me. And it burned well. No issues with the pool. I just want to get that out of the way. No issues with the pool. Like I said, I am going to have to trim these on the next burn. So just be cautious that if you don't trim them, they may soot a little bit, right? But just with all the testing they've done, again, watch live. Nick will go over the process, basically, that they use to test these. And there's a huge room, basically, that they test the stuff in. But yeah, trim the wicks. Trim the wicks. All right, what are we down to? 2 left here? Yes, 2 left. Grapefruit rosemary. Now, grapefruit and rosemary. I know a lot of folks are fans of the lemon rosemary fragrance. There. This one, I'm not a huge grapefruit fan. Throwing it out there. So sparkling bergamot, lemon leaf, juicy pink grapefruit are your top notes. Wild rosemary, white lavender, dewy garden greens is the middle note. And then base note of creamy white woods. So there's definitely an effervescence to this, right? So the label, it does invoke the scent of like drinking a beverage here. But I get that lemon leaf and I get that lavender in here. And the grapefruit, of course, is undeniable. So I never had the juicy grapefruit before. So I don't know if it's the same juicy grapefruit scent note oil. But man, you get that in here. You get like I don't know how to describe it. It's strong. That grapefruit note is strong. You get the seeds in here. You get that rosemary. You get that lavender. And you get that lemon leaf, right? There's a greenery note in here. Obviously, rosemary and lavender, or grapefruit rather. But yeah, it's very effervescent. I could drink this candle. So there you have that. Now, I believe these are also coming in mediums. I think the only thing that might be delayed, I heard, were wax melts. I think we're going to have the daylights, mediums, and the large jars for this. And I believe the wax melts, at least in the country line, are delayed. Over in the Kringle line, we're going to get the 3 wicks. And this jar, I have confirmed so far. But yeah, and then also the wax melts and the daylights. Again, I'm not sure if the wax melts are delayed. in that line as well. I would imagine they would be. But all right, last one here. Probably in the top 3 of what I think people are going to go for. I think people are going to go for Cosmic Cupcakes, Cookies and Cream Cake, and then this one here, which is Sweet Peach. Again, I'm not a huge peach fan in general, but this is definitely an outdoor candle for me. It would be too powerful in my house. So, honey drizzle, whipped cream, and apricot nectar are your top notes. Mid notes of Georgia peach, brown sugar, and nutmeg. And base notes of tonka bean, Madagascar vanilla, and toasted oats. So, this is giving me a grilled peaches and cream vibe. You get that Georgia peach, you get that apricot, and it's sweet, right? It's sweet peach. It's not a tart peach, sweet peach. Juicy. Again, this is going to be very popular for those who like fruity fragrances. I could burn this on my patio in like a lantern, and it would be fine. I think this being outdoors for me, you know, like some folks can't stand floral fragrances in their house. I'm that way with some fruit fragrances. So I gotta take mine outside and let the scent dissipate in the air, right? Not be so condensed. But there's the wax you'll see. And this one, they all have the same 100 to 150 hour burn time as the existing ones do. Some lids are a little loose, some are tight. Again, that's just a thing that's been known for the country candles for a little while there. But definitely a lot better than a few years ago when everything you would just go pop right off, right? Okay, so what are you guys looking forward to on Monday? Again, these are not as limited as the reserve line. That reserve line is flying off the shelf, guys. So if there is a fragrance that you think you want in the reserve line, go get it. Sweet strawberry sold out already. Jelly donut sold out in like 48 hours. What else sold out? Macaron, whatever you want to call it. That one sold out. So I think 3 or 4 of the 9 are already gone. And there's talk that potentially Jelly Donut might come back if they can find time to produce it later on in the year. But as far as I know, they're bank on them not coming back, right? Just think of, if you want it, get it. You can afford it. If you want it, get it. But yeah, so these won't be that way, right? Because this is the spring and summer collection, so they'll be stocking throughout the season. So, all right, guys, that's what I have for you. Let me know your thoughts on the transition to soy wax. What do you guys think? I know there's definitely camp paraffin and camp soy. I'm in both of those camps. I love the way that a paraffin candle does not leave any residue on the glass jar. It's just like nice and clean. That being said, some of these soy wax candles, they don't leave as much residue on the jar as some other companies' soy wax does. But there's still some residue there. They don't soot, that's for sure. Paraffin can soot. We all know that, right? But there's just something about that clean burn. I don't know. But all right, guys. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll put the scent notes in the description. The live is Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I encourage you, if you can, hop on or watch the replay. So, all right, stay good.